Hey, you guys. I'm just trying to see if I can get some more people in here before we start getting into it. But the topics of today are coddling. Hey, how you doing? Yes, it's live right now. The topics today are number one, coddling black men, Lil Durk versus Meg the Stallion, so that you guys can get a very good picture of what I mean. The second topic is Angel Reese and her being shamed for wanting a tall man as a tall woman, and all the horrible things that was said about her for having some type of standard or preference when men literally have a million and one preferences on what they want from a woman. Number three, I wanted to talk about men not being able to take what they are dishing out. Number four, I wanted to also talk about the newest video that I had up. I noticed a lot of, well, not a lot, but there were some women that made comments talking about how black people commit crime and they're doing a lot of crime and this and that, black people this and black people that. But it's not black people, it's not black women. And I'm really tired of the narrative of black women paying for the sins of BM. So my lives always get demonetized. So I'm gonna try to use code words in here, you guys, so that the video stays with the ability of being able to be monetized. So let me start off by saying I saw Little Dirk. Okay, y'all saw that he's been arrested. He was also trying to flee the country because he has been indicted on, if I'm not mistaken, unaliving for hire and some other things, putting a bounty on somebody's head. Now, I saw a whole bunch of comments where people were talking about, oh my goodness, what are we going to do without him? I can't believe this happened to him. Oh, I feel so sorry for him, etc., etc., etc. A lot of sympathy for Lil Durk. And even though he's been connected to, gangs and narcotics, and his friends, a lot of them have are in the dirt right now because of their bad behavior and their criminality. And I thought it was really strange that there was a lot of sympathy for Lil Durk. But when Meg the Stallion was, pew-pewed by somebody, she talked about how her mental health was. You see that Tory Lanez is in prison right now. There was no sympathy for her. And then they tried to say, like, the thing that, oh, well, yeah, she was with her friend's man or whatever, even though this woman has already said that Tory Lanez was not her man. I noticed that people said, well, she got what she deserved. But I would like to know, let me block this person. Hold on. Just 1 second, y'all. Okay. I think it's very strange that there is so much of a coddling of the men in our community that do ridiculous things that are criminal. But then any situation where a black woman is a victim, there is always this concerted effort to try to make her into an enemy, to try to make her have deserved it, or something of that nature. I find that to be so crazy and so odd. So wanted to talk about that. And people wonder why there is a lot of crime in the black community that BMs are committing, because it's not black women. They're not committing any crimes on a notable statistical level. However, there is a huge problem with the crime with the men in our community. And the reason why is because of this coddling that takes place. When a BM does something that is heinous or bad or wrong, he has support from the community. Oh, I understand why you did this. Or they're making excuses for it. But there are no excuses made for black women. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuses that are given or grace that is given to black women. And until we can fix this idea of coddling, this idea of making excuses for the men in our community, we're not going to get anywhere. Not that I really feel like we're going to get anywhere anyway, because I feel like this environment of coddling is so deeply entrenched in the black community. I don't see it resolving itself, at least not in my lifetime. Now, maybe with the younger girls coming up, maybe like the kids that are in elementary right now, maybe they can make a change and stop the coddling. But the people that are in my generation, older millennials, the people that are beneath me that are in their 30s, nope. The people that are even in their 20s, nope. All of us are washed as far as it comes with breaking down the coddling that is taking place in the black community. I don't think that it will change. But maybe the kids that are in elementary now, maybe that will, because they're being exposed to so much, the black girls, and seeing the true nature of the men in our community, and that the coddling is not helping. I don't know. But I'll just say that, and let's see here. Let me block this B person. You know what, B? I don't weigh 400 pounds, but I tell you, I weigh as much as your mama do. How about that? I weigh as much as yo fat. Never mind. Let me stop, because this is YouTube, and I don't think that I can say the things that I say to people on TikTok when they try to troll me. So let me be quiet, because it's really in my nature to start like roasting people. But I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, so I'm gonna go ahead and not even say nothing. I'm just about to block you. That's it. All right. Because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. All right. And then I wanted to talk about Angel Reese. Okay. I saw, now I don't know if this is an old interview or a new interview, but I saw an interview with Angel Reese, and I think the other young woman that she was with, her name was like Flaw J or something like that. Now, Angel Reese, I think she said she was 6'3", and then the other young woman said that she was 5'11". And so they started talking about how they were interested in men that were taller than them. Now, I don't see anything wrong with a tall woman wanting a tall man, wanting a man that's taller than her. Now, in the comments, all I saw was they're going to be single mothers. They're going to be baby mothers. Wait until, a few years, 10 years passes. They'll be willing to accept any man, and this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I have no idea why anytime a woman has a height preference, or a woman, especially a black woman, has any type of preference as far as what a man looks like, all the men go insane. They go super duper duper crazy. And I don't understand it when y'all had no problems for the past several decades telling black women that they needed to have an hourglass shape, they needed to have a big butt, they needed to be light skinned, and even if they were dark skinned, they needed to have certain type of features to be deemed as attractive as a darker skinned black woman. But now all of a sudden it's such a problem. I don't know how to use photos and videos cold-blooded. Can you tell me how to do that? If I knew how to do that, I would definitely do that. I feel so insecure that you guys have to look at a blank screen. I don't know how to do that cold-blooded. Let me know if you know how to do it. Please let me know, and I will definitely do it. Anyway, as I was saying, like I don't understand how come all of this stuff has been put on to women for years and years and years and years. You even had like women that would actually go on the table, risk their life to have saline implants, silicone implants underneath their chest wall, just because men were saying that big boobs are more attractive. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why it's such a big deal if a woman says, "Hey, I have some type of preference about what you look like." It doesn't make sense to me at all. I really don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. So I wanted to talk about that, you guys. Also, I wanted to talk about number 3. Well, I guess number 3 goes into number 2, which is just essentially, if you're a man and you're saying that you're not emotional and you're logical and all of this other stuff, which I don't believe anyway, but let's just say you're saying that you're going with that narrative. If you have standards on what you want a woman to look like you want her to look a certain type of way facially, you want her to look a certain type of way body wise, why is it a problem when a woman speaks about height? I don't understand that at all. It doesn't make any sense to me. You can say that women's only worth is what they look like on the outside. I just, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. I wish that y'all could please let me know what that means. Okay, and then y'all can tell me in the comments what topic that y'all really want to talk about or go more in depth in. And then number 4, I wanted to talk about blaming black women, blaming BWs for the sins of BM. And I'm going to tell you right now what I mean. So if y'all notice my newest video, I posted this man, this BM, saying how, he was racially profiled because all black people are stealing. Like black people are stealing from Nordstrom or Macy's or whatever he said. And he's tired of being profiled, but he doesn't even take it to heart because all black people are stealing. Now, in the comments, what I see is, hold on, let me see this person. Let me block this person. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so I see this comment underneath my video, and y'all can go look at it, right? Is that it was two women in specifics that said like, oh, let's be real here. Black people are committing all these crimes. Black people are unaliving people. Black people are stealing. Black people are robbing, etc., etc., etc. That is what I have a problem with, because it's not black people. If you ever want to talk about the crimes that are being committed specifically within the black community, it is the men, period. Statistically, this isn't my feelings. This isn't an opinion. This isn't anything but a fact. Across the board, across all racial lines, men commit the majority of all crime. All crime. All crime, all violent crime, all regular crime, all theft, all whatever the case may be. So I don't understand why it is that in any other thing, it's a separation between men and women. And when it comes to the black community and the crime, it's always black people, black people, black people, black people, black people. When it's not black people, it's the men. And that's it. And I have a very big problem with the women that come on and try to shame black women. Because this one black woman came under there talking about, yeah, we got to admit the truth about the crime that black people are doing this and that. Black women have some of the lowest incarceration rates. Their incarceration rate it's been on a downward slope since the early 2000s. White women have a higher incarceration rate than black women. So my thing is that why are we talking about black women like we're the ones doing it? I'm not saying that there aren't any black women that commit crimes, of course. But what I'm saying is the notable statistical percentage of who's committing the crime in the community is not black women. It is not. So why is it that we share in that shame? We are supposed to take the blame. When there's anything positive to be said about the black community or something, here come BM saying, oh no, we're not talking about black women. Black women not this, black women not that, da, 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 da. They always, we're the most desired. You're not. Everybody likes us, but y'all are so ugly. They want to make a separation. So why is it that there isn't a separation when it comes to something very important like crime? That's really a question that I really would like to know. Truthfully, I really would like to know that. Somebody got to please let me know. Why is that? Why is it that black women cannot partake in the good, but we can partake in the bad? We cannot partake in the good stereotypes or the good things that come to the community, like people want to imitate us and the fact that we're beautiful and this or that. The only thing that we can share in is the horrible things. We can share in being included with the crime stats when it says that we're not doing it. That's all I got to say. We're not doing it. And it's very annoying to me to see black women also participate in this. Like the comments that was left that I'm even speaking about underneath that video was black women said that. So it's like, what are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about? Why are you as a black woman really saying black people, when you know that it's not us? Now, if I was to comment underneath their comments and say, is it you? Are you doing it? Are you robbing? Are you stealing? Are you doing that? Let me know. No, you're not doing it? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Pretty Princess, you said black women being undesirable is a lie. I'm engaged in both white men and black. Girl, Pretty Princess, let me tell you something. Sis, when I was single, I was approached by white men, Indian men, Hispanic men, black men. I never had no issues. Never in my life had no issues. They really be lying. They really be lying. They really do. They really do. But anyway, you guys, I just want this to be like something that we do in the future, which is we have got to stop sharing in the sins of BM. We've got to stop doing that. When you hear somebody, and I mean anybody that's listening to this live, anytime somebody, like, I remember I was watching on TikTok, right? This debate between this white T-man he's definitely was racist, and this black woman. And he was talking about crime in the black community. And let me block this son. Hold on. Let me block this son. Hold on. You're gone, son. Have a great day. Bye-bye. I remember so there was a debate between this white T-man and this black woman. And he was talking about crime, right? He was talking about how, the unalivings in the black community. How, BMs are unaliving BM. And he was saying, oh, there's a problem with black people. There's a problem with black people because look how they unalive each other. Look how their homicide rate is. Look at this and look at that. And she was sitting there trying to argue with this man about her and about her humanity as a black woman. And I'm thinking to myself, like, the first thing I would have told him is that let's talk about it. When we talk about the homicide rate, when we talk about the men unaliving each other, the BMs unaliving each other, that is them. That is them. That is not us. Period. It's not us. So why am I sitting here debating on something that the collective of black women is not doing at all? At all. I don't understand that. Like I said, I would never debate that. I would never debate crime. Women are doing it. Period. If y'all don't know, over 95% of all unalivings globally are committed by men. The majority of all crime everywhere you go, no matter what continent you're on, no matter what country you're in, it's committed by men. So I have no idea why women actually indulge in these conversations. I don't know. I have no idea. And just like Shining Light said, Little Durk, exactly. But then you have Little Durk being compared to Meg Thee Stallion because that's what people were doing. This man is a criminal. Meg Thee Stallion had a criminal act perpetrated on her by a BM. But for some reason, more respect, more kindness, more understanding is given to Lil Durk, a man that is allegedly been known to unalive people, unalive men that look like him. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's completely insane. It's completely insane. And I really want this to really hit home for black women to understand that you've got to stop taking on things that are happening in the black community that you know doggone well you're not doing, your mother's not doing, your daughter's not doing, your granny's not doing. You know it. I'm just not going to take the blame for that. No. No. And they use these crime statistics, and they use the problem of black men unaliving each other as a aha moment on black people to say that there's something wrong with black people. But if there's something wrong with black people, why is it that the black women aren't doing it? Huh? Why is it that black women aren't doing this on any high notable statistical levels? Why is it then? If it's just black people. Hmm? And I wish that people would make a connection to the fact that the reason why you see this behavior in BMs way far more, 90% of the time, more than you see in black women, is because black women are not coddled. They are not coddled. However, BMs are coddled. And that is the difference. That's why you see the spoiled behavior, the petulant behavior, the inability to control their emotions. They mad about something that somebody said. They mad about something that somebody did. The next thing you know, they're pulling out the blick and they're pewing the place up because their girlfriend said, "Hey, I don't want to be with you anymore because you're cheating on me. You're doing this and that," and then they go somewhere and unalive the girl and ruin their entire future. So it's like there's a reason why that behavior is way far more likely to happen to BM than it is to black women because the environment is different for black women. Nobody gives black women grace for nothing. Nobody gives black women understanding for nothing. Nobody says, "Oh, black woman, I feel sorry for you. When, come here, give me a hug." Nobody does that. All somebody tells black women is you should have known better. That's your fault. Oh, you chose that man? That's your fault. Oh, you made that mistake? That's what you get. Like, there is no coddling. There is no love. There is no loving embrace. Oh my goodness. Anyway, you guys, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Y'all let me know what y'all would like to talk about out of those topics. And like I said earlier, you guys, I apologize for the fact that the screen is black. If you guys can tell me how I can put something else on here other than a black screen, I definitely would. Now, I normally stream on TikTok. I started streaming on YouTube because a lot of my subscribers here on YouTube told me they'd like me to do live streams here on YouTube sometimes. So that's what I'm doing. I can't find a way to right now that I'm waiting on the stream key from TikTok, but I can't find a way to stream from TikTok to YouTube so that you guys can at least see that. But I'm so sorry that it's black. I if y'all can tell me a way that I can, do something else. I don't know if y'all would want me to like just put a picture up and direct my phone to it, but I feel like that would be corny. So I'm not for sure if y'all would even want that. But I thank you guys for saying that my words matter more. I really appreciate that, y'all. I appreciate that. And as I was saying, like I like I when I first started this YouTube page, I used to show my face. I used to show my face back in the day. And even a little while ago, I still had my pictures up for my like banner on my page and all that. So it's not like, I haven't exposed my face or anything of that nature. But everybody seems to say that I shouldn't show my face, so I'm not going to. Let's see here. You said You think I can use OBS if I'm on a desktop laptop? Well, right now I'm on my phone. I got a computer already. I got a laptop that I use to do my videos and stuff. However, I'm thinking about upgrading to get a better computer or better laptop. I think I'm going to wait until Black Friday so maybe I can get a good deal on a different computer. So, or different laptop. Sorry, my husband always be like, "Yeah, it's laptop. Stop saying computer." So maybe I can get a better laptop so I can do more things on there. So I'll be able to do that so that you guys won't be, so tortured by this. But thanks you guys for understanding, though. I appreciate y'all. Cynthia G is back up. Avenge Roscoe. I followed her. I saw her in my feed that she was back. I followed her. So she's back up here on YouTube. Now, let me say this to y'all. I'm going to say it one more time. I really, 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 truly would like Black women to deliver themselves from the shackles of sharing in things that Black men almost exclusively do. Things that they almost exclusively do. Please stop including yourself in it. Stop doing that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. When you talk about like I said, you talk about crime, we've got to stop it. We've got to stop including ourselves in it. Oh yeah, we know Black people have a problem with unaliving. We know Black people have a problem with carjacking and armed robbery. No, they don't. No, they don't. It's not Black people that have a problem with that. You tell me how many rings of Black women that they have arrested for carjacking. Huh? You tell me how many Black women are in jail or in prison currently for unaliving a woman because she stepped on her shoe. You tell me. Huh? You tell me. You tell me how many. All right. A very, very, very small percentage of Black women that are doing any of these things. So I refuse to share in the blame. I refuse. And once again, the idea of coddling BM that have made these type of mistakes and telling them that, oh, I understand. It's your fault. Fault. Okay, hold on. I just refuse to do it. Oh, and you know what? You're totally right, womanish. You said be careful of non-Black Americans who spread this. You're right. Because a lot of times, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, the people that I see making YouTubes and TikToks of some of the most Uncle Ruckish type of talk, they are not Black American people. But they still try to throw us under the bus as if it's us. And they try to maintain this separation. It's very weird. It's very, very strange. And I don't like it. I don't like it. And that's the reason why I try to make a separation, because I am a Black American woman and there are differences. And the only time everybody wants to say that we're all together and all one is when there's something positive to be said about Black American people. If it's something positive to be said, it's all of us. Oh, we're all Black. We're all Black. But then when there's something bad, then it's always those Black Americans. Or if it's something that they, in their culture, they want to uplift in their own culture, then it's like, oh, Black Americans ain't got no part in this. They don't have no culture. They don't have no this or that. And that's exactly why I always try to make sure that I make it a separation. Of course, I'm here for all Black women, for sure. I definitely am. But I just want to make it clear that I'm never going to tolerate any type of disrespect towards Black Americans at all, period. No. I remember it was one time, this was back in the day, I was on TikTok. This was on my old TikTok page. It was, I think she told me she was from, I can't remember, but I know I looked up her country. She said that, oh, Black American women, they're problematic and Black American men are beating on Black American women, but over there in Africa, we don't have problems with men abusing the African women there. I said, are you crazy? Do you know that the domestic violence rates in Africa are even higher than they are here in the United States? I went in because she had a flag in her bio. I didn't forget, it was so long ago. I looked up this lady flag, found her, found what country she was in Africa. Her stats was so crazy for domestic violence and unalivings. I had to give her all the stats. I made a video and said this stat, that stat, this stat, that stat. What you talk about? Your stats are even worse than America. What for Black people? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And it's just really insane. Like, anyway, yeah. So that's the only reason why sometimes I make a separation. Like, I really, let me block this boogeyman. Hold on, you're gone. Bye. I'm not about to play with you. Exactly, DJ Naomi. I remember that. I remember that. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's been more than one woman that has been unalive that way. Yes, yes, Janie. The femicide rate in some parts of Africa is wildly high. Like, it's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. That's exactly why it's just like, I do always try to make sure that people do understand. But anyway, yes, yes, you still have FGM. The zealous approach with Zola, yes, you still have FGM in certain places. So it's like, what are we really talking about? I know I was reading the stats from, man, I forgot which country it was in Africa. They said that 95% of all women and girls had received some type of abuse or SA by the time they were 18. 95%. That's basically all. Like, it's like, bro, like, come on now. Come on now. I don't like that. And they always try to make us look the worst. You know what I'm saying? And never mind, y'all. Because I don't want to make this like an us versus them thing, because I love all Black women. I do. But I do notice that sometimes the treatment is not fair. But I know that's not everybody. So I don't want to make it like it's everybody, because I know that it's not. But I've definitely seen some shade. I'll say that. I've seen some shade. And it's been pretty bad. Oh my goodness. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all want to talk about. Okay, I'll try to stay on here for maybe like another 15, 20 minutes or so. Y'all let me know. Because let's see here. You know what, Jazzy? I think that there's an African creator that I follow on TikTok. She said that the problem is that a lot of African people can accept privilege when it is on a white T person. But looking at privilege on a Black person is upsetting. And sometimes they view Black American people as privileged. So that's the reason why sometimes they don't like it. Because of that. Because of their presumed privilege that we have. At least that's the way she broke it down, it made sense to me. And just like Lola said, it could be ignorance as well. It could be a mixture of all those things. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, if anybody doesn't take anything out of this video, the only thing I would really like for you guys to take from this video, truthfully, is to stop sharing in the blame of what BMs are doing. Stop sharing in that blame. Stop sharing in that sin. Stop paying for that sin. Shining Light says, hit that like button, y'all. Thank you so much, Shining Light. I really appreciate you. Thank you for sending me that. Thanks so much. I really would like for black women to stop doing that. Just simply put, I don't want to hear no more black women talking about crime statistics and including black women in it. Stop it. Don't do it. I don't want to see it anymore, man. I don't. Because it's not us. And if you have a group of men that can get on social media and say how nobody likes black women are ugly, black women are this and that, we want to separate from black women, we want to choose somebody else, we want to do this and that, why would you ever in your life share in the negatives that are associated with those people? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you ever do that? Why would you ever do that? No. It's like if you want to separate them, let's separate. Cause if they, let's just say this. If right now they said, hey, you know what? Black people want to be separated by all of their statistics, all the things that's going on by gender. If we did that, do you know how bad they would look? Black women are the most employed race of women. Did you know that? Black women work the hardest out of all races of women. Black men are the least employed male. If you just did that, a separation, okay? Black women working the most out of all races of women. Black women being employed the most, okay, cool. Let's look at the crime. Black women's incarceration rate has been going down since the 2000s. It's at some of the lowest. White women's incarceration rate has gone up though. We talk about that. We talk about crimes that are being committed, not being committed by black women. All of these different things. If we separated and compared those side by side, be for real. I love us American black women and girls. You said happy Saturday, sisters, and stay safe. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I definitely agree. But I'm just saying, like, oh, and then if we talk about the education, right? Black women being one of the most educated groups. Black women being, when you compare it to the black community, black men versus black women getting the majority of bachelor's degrees, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you separated these things and we split it down the middle, what do you think the black community would look like then? It would look like black women are superstars. If we separated the stats and we didn't say black people, black people, black people, black people, you know what I'm saying? It would be crazy. So I really think that that's something that we should work on or think about doing. Because for some reason, people acting like they don't know the truth. And I think it's because black men are so loud with what they say. And then they have pick-me's also that are so loud. You know what I'm saying? As well. So it's like we have the BMs that are saying these things, and then you have the pick-me's that want to be included. And I have no idea why. Why? I wish somebody would invite me to a debate where we would debate the criminality of supposedly black people. We would debate the why are black people unaliving each other and this and that. Boy, I'm going to tell you right now. I promise you, it would be the best debate y'all ever saw. Y'all ever saw in life. It would be the best debate you ever saw in life, for real. Because I would just be like, hey, let's go gender by gender here. Oh man. Okay, you guys. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed this live. I appreciate you guys for sending me some super chats as well. That means a lot. That always makes me feel like, oh man, I need to come on YouTube. I appreciate it. It really makes me feel good. I appreciate the fact that you guys came here to listen to me this morning. I just really felt like those are some things that I wanted to talk about. I do plan on making a video though. I don't know when it'll be, probably in the next few days, about some of the topics that I talked about. Definitely about Black women separating from these statistics. I definitely want to talk about that. And I definitely want to talk about coddling Black men and how it is a super problem in the Black community. And that it's the reason why the Black community is in shambles, frankly. If BMs were treated the way Black women are, our community would be, it would be almost, I don't want to say a paradise, but it would be a lot better. At least a 50% improvement on what it is right now. Probably 75%. You know? That's probably what it would be, truthfully. So I feel like those are important topics to talk about because I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like they're important for us to understand our place and who we are as Black women. Because a lot of times there are Black women that will message me and say that, they suffer from low self-esteem, they suffer from hating themselves and a lot of things like that. And I really feel like the reason why there are some young Black women and Black women, older Black women, that do have this internalized self-hatred is because they don't know who they are. You don't know that you that girl. Because for all your life, people have included you with BMs and you have paid for their behavior. You have been looked down upon for what they were doing. And I really think that if we were to really showcase who we are separate from them, there will be so many young Black women that could be uplifted and upbuilt off of that. I like Bourbon Bougie as well. I love Bourbon Bougie. I do. I like her a lot. Um, yeah, so that's all I'm saying, y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, you guys. I hope that you guys have let me block this person. Hold on. I hope that you guys have a great weekend. And yeah. Hope y'all have a great weekend. And I love y'all. And I'm gonna make some videos about these things that we talked about. And I appreciate you guys' support as well. You guys for sending me the super chats. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Thank y'all. And y'all have a great day. All right, bye-bye, y'all. Love y'all, sisters.